Let's start again. Everybody ready?
Take
The
two.
joys of television.
This will probably stay in, you know. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another cocktail. Here I am sitting with, well, first of all, we're on location. For only the second time in the history of the Tiki Deck, we have gone on location. And where are we? With Jane Spence and Jeff Wetsch. Welcome home. Is that what I should be saying?
Yes.
We're back on the set.
We're back in the room again.
Where all the damage took place. Same time next year, which closed a couple of weeks ago, of course. And everybody loved the show. You guys were brilliant. Thank you so much for doing such a brilliant job on that show. It was so special to come back and to be back in the theater with you guys and with that show first. It was really a joy. I hope you had fun.
I loved it. It was one of the most special theatrical experiences I've ever had.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can I quote you on that?
Hot off the press.
Hot off the press. Spence said. Best ever.
Yeah, it was a quiet drive after closing.
I can imagine it would be. Yeah, your comment has stayed with me. I've actually quoted you a couple of times. Your comment about all the celebrations that we were having, first rehearsal, first read through, opening night, first preview, and our first closing.
Our first closing.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Because I missed that too. Like
Right.
you and I being sad that we're not gonna work together for a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that
absolutely.
part means that we're actually, we care about what we're doing and we're having a good time
Yeah, of
and we
course.
like the work and I miss being heartbroken too.
Well, at least the kissing can continue.
The kissing can continue.
The kissing. Okay. So in order to drown our sorrows, I guess what we really need to do is we need to make a cocktail. Now, in the show, there was a very special prop, one that was very near and dear to my heart. It actually identified the brand of liquor that was in the show, and it was very specifically Chivas Regal.
Mm-hmm.
And it meant something to me because I remember it would have been around that time in the early 70s. Early 70s? Yeah, I guess that would have been about right. Is that I would make drinks for my parents. I was probably way underage, but anyways, and they would always have a scotch and soda. And my dad's preferred scotch was Chivas Regal.
Oh, you never said that.
Yeah, so here it is. Here's the Chivas. Now, of course, none of this was consumed during the show. Right?
No.
We had a special concoction
What was it?
of water and gravy browning. Delicious.
And then we poured it into a Chivas bottle.
It does't have the same palate. Like
No.
every night, I don't know if you saw me, I go, and every once in a while you'd be like, that actually smells like gravy.
Well, it was terrific acting because I'm going, yeah, that's really.
Yeah, I did the whole thing, open the mouth, get the air. And I was like, that smells like gravy. It's not, yeah. No.
Oh, you
Delicious.
sold it. You
Oh,
totally
I
sold it. You totally sold it for me. I got it every night. So we thought that we would make a drink that features or could use Chivas. And it's a drink that has been around for, since about 1975, actually, is when the cocktail was first sort of created. It's one of those modern classics with, as we said before, that it's really difficult with a lot of drinks, an old-fashioned, a Manhattan, the mystique around where it began, where it started, all that kind of stuff. But this drink is, you can almost pinpoint it to about 1975, 74, 75. There's about 4 different people who claim to have invented it. It came out of the San Francisco, Providence, Rhode Island, South Beach sort of gay club kind of scene was where it first sort of started. It was made very badly in those days with rail vodka, bar vodka, and Rose's lime juice and grenadine. Forgive me, I love Rose's products, they're great, but in this drink, we really want to go fresh and we want to do something else. And it's kind of one of those drinks, sort of like the Tequila Sunrise, that, especially from the 70s, it's kind of like the Backstreet Boys. It's like, it's one of those bands that you kind of, everybody has become a bit of a joke, but everybody really secretly loves now.
I was hoping it wasn't going to be Sexy in Jeans.
And it's called a Cosmopolitan.
That's actually what we're doing?
That's actually what we're doing.
Oh,
This is,
nice,
yeah,
man.
when you suggested that drink, that recipe that you had found, it actually is a Cosmo. That's what it is, right? Cranberry juice, liquor, lime juice, fresh lime juice, and triple sec. Or in this case, we're going to use Cointreau because I think it just sort of kicks it up a notch. In 1930, the first reference to a drink called the Cosmopolitan is in 1934. And it's a cocktail that was made, as so many of the cocktails I like, are made originally with gin. And it had some of the elements. It had the gin, it had lime juice, but it also had raspberry syrup. So that kind of wasn't cool. So then there was another drink that came along in the sort of 60s called the Harpoon. And it was invented by the Ocean Spray Cranberry Juice Company because children were the only ones who were drinking cranberry juice, cranberry cocktail. They wanted to sell it to adults. So on the side of the bottle, they put a recipe for something they called the Harpoon, which had the vodka and had the cranberry juice and the lime, but it didn't have the triple sec, right? Then there's a guy named Neil Murray, who's a bartender, great bartender, very famous bartender, who took a kamikaze, which is a shot, which is vodka, lime juice, and triple sec.
We know that one.
And yeah, know it only too well,
Yes,
right?
a little bit.
And added a little bit of cranberry juice to kind of make it pretty and pink. And that's kind of where the drink started to happen.
See, getting educated too.
But, I mean, but the most famous proponent of the Cosmo, of where it really went ballistic and became one of those like tequila sunrise kind of drinks, because it's really one of the cocktails that's considered the first of the modern classic cocktails from like the mid-70s on, right? Was from a television show, which would have been what? We drank Cosmos all the time. Do 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 do.
Jeopardy.
Yes, Jeopardy. God love Alex.
9:30
Alex,
Lucy?
yes.
No.
It started. I mean, when Carrie Bradshaw, aka Sarah Jessica Parker, sidled up to the bar one day and ordered a Cosmopolitan
It was Sex and
in
the
Sex
City?
and the City, and it just went ballistic, right?
How do you not know that?
As
How do
so
I
many of
not know
those
that?
popular cultural references are, right? Sex and the City,
Okay.
boom, and so the drink went whatever. And I think it's sort of like the tequila sunrises, that it became sort of so overexposed and so badly made for so long. So should we try a riff on that?
Let's
Yes,
do
yes.
a true cosmopolitan.
Let's do a true Cosmopolitan. So,
I'm actually
first thing
very
we're going to do is we're going to put some ice in there. Jane, would you like to use these fancy little
I would
tongs?
love to, yeah.
These are from the show. This is the ice bucket and glasses and everything from the show that we use. We're going to put a whole bunch of ice in there. And Jeff is standing by with the spoon.
I got the spoon.
See, this is why I never use these tongs, because they take forever. The ice is melting by now. You can throw that big one in there too, yeah.
The tongs. Oh, there we go. The tongs.
Is that the fancy ice?
There's the big one.
Oh, we're gonna get there.
Is that
Yeah,
good
so
more?
put in a little bit more. Let's
Okay.
just throw in a couple more cubes. Okay.
You just let the bottle boy know what you
You're
need.
escaping the dogs. There we go.
Okay, that'll sort of do us. Okay, that's good. That's a good
right.
start. Okay. So, Jeff, why
Yep.
don't you in here, now, the Cosmopolitan is traditionally made with vodka, right? And this is a really cool vodka. This is from the Allura Distilling Company. We've used this before. I love this kind of like retro label.
Yeah, no kidding.
Show them the label, Jeff. Show them the label.
Oh, sure. Oh, that's
There
what-
you are. It's this really kind of retro Soviet looking kind of label, which is really cool. But we had this bottle of Chivas kicking around because we used it in the show, albeit that it was gravy browning. So we thought, let's try this up. Let's try it with Chivas. Let's try a Scotch Cosmopolitan. That's
Yes,
what we're going to
please.
do. So, sir, we're going to make 3 of these drinks.
Okay.
So, Jeff, there's a shot glass. Why don't you pour in here 4.5 ounces?
4.
Well, we're going to make 3 drinks.
Okay.
So 4.5 ounces of Chivas.
I'm such a child.
Like up to that.
What?
Up to that line's 1.5 ounces. So if you put in like 3 of those,
I'll do one. I'm doing 1, 2. I'm done. I'm
Fantastic.
full on. I'm all about perfection and precision. That's Becky.
yeah. And now you know what?
3.
And now throw in a
Now
little bit more.
4.
Awesome.
So that's
okay, so
4.
you want to use about 1 ounce if you were making just a single drink of this at home.
It's 4.5.
Even with its
Oh,
vodka.
4.5?
And if you want to do something really cool, vodka's great, but if you really want to put the vodka Cosmo over the top, use citron vodka. There's like an absolute citron vodka. It's the lemon vodka. It'll really just like knock your socks off too. Okay.
Okay, now what do you need,
well,
right?
we're not finished yet,
Oh.
sir. Okay. So we've got our 1.5 ounces times 3, so 4.5, whatever the math is on that.
Yeah.
Now, into that, can you also add, why don't you add some Cointreau,
Quattro.
the triple sec, okay?
Yeah, so we
Now,
need to
because
buy-
of the Scotch, I like to go a little heavier with the Cointreau because we want a little bit more of that sweetness, right? So why don't you put in, like 1 ounce?
So what would you normally put in?
Well,
For one
let's see, it's
drink.
beautiful and clear. Well, maybe a half an ounce, but I think with this, that's cool. Let's start there.
But that was an ounce. So up to your first
That's
line,
an ounce
right?
right
Okay.
there. That's
This
exactly
smells
what we want.
way better than gravy browning.
Already it's starting to smell good. Now, Jane, why don't you, because I trust your hands more steady, out of that little dish, that little pot, why don't you pour in, why don't we say, 3/4, let's say an ounce. An ounce of,
Oh,
that's okay.
That's what you get.
I need my socks. In there?
Awesome. Yeah, just bung it in.
where's-
Excellent.
Where's Jory? Jory was always here to clean up when we were spilling during the show.
Okay, now
so-
what we also need is we're going to need about 3 ounces of cranberry juice. It's in that
Alright.
little jug.
Here you go, Mama.
Pour that in.
All right, this one has a spout. Hopefully I'll.
That's your
better
favorite
now.
color.
That's
3
nice.
ounces, I think.
So 2 of the full.
Now, this drink, of course, if it was vodka, the drink would be much clearer or much pinker in color. But because of the color of the Scotch, we're going to get a different kind of coloration.
Nice.
Okay, I think that's pretty good so far.
That's right.
Cool. Now, who wants to shake?
You want to do the honors?
Okay, put your hand over top. Yeah. You've been around.
Just making sure nothing leaked out.
Oh, it might. You never know. We have bad luck on this show. Bad luck.
You've had some spills?
Oh, it's not so much the spills. I can't get the lid off. You know, like the Tom Cruise cocktail shaker.
I still have one where the lid's still stuck on it.
I know.
Yeah.
Trevor Pat's the only person who can do it because the guy, he's a brilliant actor. He's also like a great bartender and a lovely mixologist.
I used to work in a bar where they did all that stuff.
Hey, was that the glasses I was using in the
These
show?
are the glasses from the show, buddy. Now,
Hey, look at that. Same time.
okay,
next
Jamie,
day.
is that feeling really cool?
Yes.
Yeah, that's getting there. Shake it a little bit more.
More?
Okay, so these were the glasses from the show because normally, traditionally, Cosmo is served in a big martini glass.
Yeah, that's.
I really don't like martini glasses. They're so tippy, they fall over. That's good, Jane.
Okay.
Okay? Now, what else do we need to do? Oh, so normally the drink is just served strained. We're going to strain the drink. We're going to take out this ice and we're going to do something else. So normally it's not served on the rocks and it's served in a martini glass. But since we're really shaking the whole thing up,
Yeah, why
and we have
not?
these beautiful glasses from the show, we're going to do that. But first, here's what we're going to do.
Oh yes.
We've
That's
got
what
some
I was hoping.
special ice that we want to share. So these are these really kind of cool molds. These came from my good friends at the Cocktail Emporium. That's in Toronto, the Cocktail Emporium. So Jane, do you want to put one of those in your glass?
Yes, I do. Very badly. So do you just pop it in?
Oh my gosh, that's so
That
sad.
look how
And
beautiful.
look at that, and we get these beautiful round.
Cocktail Emporium,
Ice
here
cubes.
I come.
We get these beautiful round cubes, and there's one for me. And Jeff, do you want to put one in your glass
You
for
can-
yourself, there, buddy?
Yes, I
Half
do.
of the fun is just opening it up
I'm
out
such
of
a
the
child.
It comes out so easy, too.
I know, but I've been saying I've been telling you I wanted circle
Well,
ones.
there you go.
Oh, write a letter to Santa.
Christmas is a-coming. And Becky and Lisa both agree that the really sexy ones
I
are
broke.
No, you're good. You're still
I
good.
think I gotta switch.
the...
No.
Okay, you switch. Wow, you really are a child. Sorry, Jay.
No, that's
And they make a
awesome.
really kind of cool
Yeah, well,
which is a lot of fun.
I don't want a crack in it.
Okay, great.
My OCD was like. "Urgh."
So now what we want to do is we want to take this off. If we can get this off. Can we get this off? You see,
Oh,
this
seriously?
is what happens. This happens to me every single time. This is why we work with professionals. Don't try this at home,
Is this
kids.
got a built-in
It's
strainer?
a dangerous thing.
Yeah.
We'll use this strainer.
They got a
We'll use-
better one.
This is the
That's a better
Hawthorne
one.
strainer. So we use this, and we're gonna.
Ooh, pretty.
Beautiful color. Look at that gorgeous color. And Jane, if you want to garnish the drink, you want to put a little lime wheel on each drink.
You bet I do.
What? Oh no.
That's okay. It was really a recipe for two. There you go. You guys need the more of a loving cup.
Oh, look at that.
Isn't that sweet?
Look at that.
Now look at those cocktails. Now,
They look
if you
fantastic.
really, first of all, cheers. Let's try this.
Cheers. I can't wait.
Chin, chin, chin. That looks beautiful. Cheers, my friends.
Oh, look at that ice cube.
Oh, that is delicious.
Oh,
As my mom would say,
Tastes like
that
another?
tastes like another.
sweet. Now, Jeff, you want to pass me that bar spoon, which is exactly 1 teaspoon. A bar spoon is 1 teaspoon. You want to take that Lafroig, that single malt.
Oh, is this what you were
This
talking
is what we're going to do.
about?
So why don't you just pour a little touch in there? This holds about
on the spoon?
Yes, sir. Here, I'll
We'll
hold
do it
over
over
the
there,
drink. How's that?
just in case.
This holds about 1/4 ounce. A teaspoon's approximately 1/4 ounce.
Look at the precision.
Oh, perfect.
Oh,
And
you
we're
did
just
better
going
than I
to
did.
float that right over top of that ice cube, just like that. We won't even mix it in. And so when you, oh yeah, you get that beautiful peaty smell.
What?
You love Scotch.
Oh yeah, here, you want to try this?
Oh, I have to try that.
Yep.
But this is the part that's scaring me. Because I'm gonna.
You're doing great.
Well, I know, but I'm gonna want to put more in there. Oh, there we go.
Okay, great. Yeah, you just want to,
Well
there
measured.
you
You
go.
want one?
And it'll just,
Well,
You gotta try it.
oh
oh, and I
yeah.
miss out on the experience.
And it'll just, the single malt will just give you that little sense of that little smell of peat over top. We won't even stir it in, right? So it'll just, that's a little float. And now, we'll try it again.
Cheers. There we get to cheers. again.
Oh, it doesn't smell like gravy.
Sophisticated.
It's like we're adults and everything.
Okay.
Close.
Oh, that is
So here we
lovely.
are. We're on the set. We're drinking these really wonderful Scotch Cosmos, which is really great. With apologies to Carrie Bradshaw and Sarah Jessica Parker. So here we are. We're having this great drink. What should we eat with this drink? What would you, if you were gonna, if you were having this at home or you're gonna serve this to guests, what would you kind of give them as a little appetizer or as a nibbly or something like that? It's got that smoky, sweet thing.
Would you go with like a little mushroom tartlet for a little appetizer? Or,
With like a little goat cheese, like a little
oh, I like that, yes.
goat cheese mushroom tart kind of a thing. That sounds great.
That sounds pretty
Now,
good.
this is, as you say, this is a pretty sophisticated cocktail. So, who should we be listening to? If we were going to get Dan to turn on some tunes right now and
Oh,
take us into transition, who would we listen to?
I'd put the buble on in a second.
Straight to the
Okay, Sal, you
straight to the buble.
better watch out for yourself, Jeff. You're in real trouble here. I'm just telling you, okay?
It's gonna be a
It's-
long drive home.
It's Cosmos and Michael Bublé. Look out.
Same time, same place.
Well, I think that's a great name. Let's call it that. Okay, let's call it that. Same time,
Same time,
place.
same place.
That's
How's
what.
that?
That's what you guys. Oh, I thought
That's-
you guys were kidding.
No, that's what we're gonna call it.
Oh.
Call
I
it
like that.
Becky's idea. Cheers.
Cheers to Becky.
So thank you, my friends. Thanks again for a wonderful show.
Oh, thanks
Thanks
for
for-
inviting us up to do this. This is a fantastic idea.
And thanks for the drinks. And
Time
cheers,
to work.
as always.
Cheers.
Till the next time.
Till the next time.